Hello everybody, I'm back for another update. It's been about a month or so since I last uploaded a video to Flosstube. I've been quite busy with work. I'm on the Easter holidays at the moment, so I've got a bit more free time, but in the build up to the holidays we had some parents' evenings and other things going on which made it a bit difficult to find time to do any filming. I've managed to do quite a bit of stitching within the last month, or since whenever it was I last uploaded a video, so got quite a few things to show you. Not got an awful lot of haul, got a couple of bits. I'm sure I'll think of something in a minute that I haven't prepared. So I've got my piles just on the sofa next to me. Can't think of anything. Yeah, so nothing much else really going on with me. I've finally, I don't know if I decorated. No, I don't think. Oh, I might not have finished decorating last time I filmed. So my living room that I'm in now is newly painted. I don't know if it comes up on camera very well, but it's called Nordic Spa, the colour of it, and it's like a very pale green, like minty green. So it kind of looks a little bit like a paler version of this cushion. Yeah, and then we had some photos made up to go on the wall. So I'm really pleased with these. All of these photos I have taken, and there was some serious maths involved in lining all of them up, just making sure the spaces in between them were the same. The smaller one was sort of in the middle of the bigger one, and so on and so forth. But oh, you might fall over. Yeah, so in case anyone is interested, the one in the middle is Lake Louise in Banff in Canada. That one is Niagara Falls. That one is the Rocky Mountaineer Train. The one, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. The one on the other side of Lake Louise is Eidfjord in Norway, and the one right at the end is Reykjavik in Iceland. So yeah, quite a selection, just taken over several years really. I think all of them I've taken with, oh no, apart from the Icelandic one actually, but all the rest of them would have been with my slightly fancier camera, but the Reykjavik one would have been with just a normal digital camera. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how they turned out. I think they complement the living room really well. So yeah, I've got a new carpet as well. Now insist everyone has to take their shoes off. Yeah, so just a few last little bits left, and then we've mostly finished sorting our house out, so that's good. So yeah, okay, I think we'll get on with stitching. Right, okay. I'll start off with something I received in the post yesterday. So I have taken part in the cross stitch card and ATC stitch along for the past few months. I'm actually leaning my phone on an ironing board. I've just been really stupid and wondered why a needle minder's sticking to it. Yeah, so March's theme was travel. So I've got this really cute ATC. I've actually, if you've watched my videos in the past, I've actually stitched an Emma Congdon design with this saying on it. So yeah, it's really nice. This is from Jessica Tracy. So thank you very much. I don't know if you watch my videos, but thank you. And I really, really love this. So she included a little needle minder. So I don't know if this is coming out backwards to you or it's coming out the right way, but I'll read it anyway. So it says, wanderlust, a strong desire or urge to wander, explore or travel the world. And as you can tell from all my pictures, that is something I like to do. It's happening slightly less now. I'm spending more money on house things rather than holidays, but you know, needs must and all that. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with that, and I've got a project in mind that I'm going to use that on that's coming up soon, which I'll tell you about later. Okay, so I think in the time I have been away, I think I've stitched on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 different things. So it's not bad going. Some I've done quite a bit of work on, some hardly anything. So we'll get started on the lower end of that scale, something I've hardly done anything on. So you might remember, if you've watched my previous videos, that I started stitching the space designs in an issue of Cross Stitch Crazy. Whoops. So these. So I had already stitched this one, and I'd bought all the fabric needed for all 4 of these from Sew It All. They were doing a sort of a special package they've put together to coincide with this. So I had 2 squares of opalescent black and 2 squares of purple. So I decided to make a start on this one, although I've not done an awful lot. I don't think I started it, and it wasn't really calling to me much at the time, so I didn't do very much at all. There's a bit of purple on purple, but I think it stands out well enough. So yeah, that's kind of all I had got done. So yeah, getting these back out to show you on the video kind of spurs you on a little bit, I think. So yeah, my needle minders are from Lister Stitches on Etsy. So that's that one. Hopefully when I finished all 4 of them, I'm going to try and find like a nice silver frame that's got, well, it's maybe got 4 spaces big enough to put all 4 in, but we shall see if such a thing exists, I guess. Okay, so that's that one. What one? Oh yeah, here's another one I haven't done too much on since I last filmed. So you've heard me go on about this, I'm sure, several times, but this is a piece that I'm working on a stitch along with Claire, Crafty Creative Claire, Bow Ribbon and Michelle Gunn. And we will actually see each other in a few weeks when we go to the Milton Keynes retreat, which I can't wait for. Yeah, so it'll be a day that I would be at work, so I think they'll all get there at, I don't know, lunchtime, and I don't think I'll get there till about dinner time, so they'll have a few hours of stitching ahead of me, but hey ho. So here is where I'm at. This is Olivia Oakleaf by Silver Creek Samplers. All the text is now finished, and I have done, since I last showed you, I have done quite a lot of that leaf work at the top and some of the little leaves in between the letters. I'm really pleased with how this looks so far. I feel like I've kind of left the best bit till last. I'm really looking forward to doing the hair of the lady that's over here, so I'll show you what it is supposed to look like. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing this bit. So I might, maybe once I finish the top leaf border, I might go down to the bottom here. I wonder if I can change this to an 8. I don't know whether I should change it to match when I did it or change it to match when this was made, but yeah, I'll see. So I might go work my way up and then leave this bit till last, maybe. So yeah, I haven't got any other designs by Silver Creek Samplers, but I had a little look on, I think it was Patchwork Rabbit a couple of weeks ago, and there was another one I really liked. Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but similar in style. So it was a saying, and it was a bird cage and had some birds in it. I can't remember what it was called, but that's something I might do in the future. See, I really like their stuff. I need to investigate it more. But yeah, so that's something I'll be taking with me to the retreat and comparing and seeing how everyone else has got on, and yeah, seeing how different they all look, because we've all used slightly different thread colours, we've all used slightly different types and counts of fabric, so it'd be really interesting to see how one design can look in several different ways. So yeah, that'd be good. This is being stitched on iced coffee. I don't know if you can see it. I suppose you can tell it's off-white, but it is, yeah, it's like an off-white beigey kind of colour. and that is from Sew It All as well. I think I already had that in my stash from when I'd gone to Ali Pali Stitching Show last October. And that is being stitched with, oh, lost my needle, excuse my big forehead. Ah. Try not to swear. Oh, that was painful. No blood though, I'm alright, I'm alright. My paramedic husband is not here, but he wouldn't be much use anyway. He's probably the least sympathetic person you've ever met. I think I've probably shown you this before, but I keep this Olivia Oakleaf project in this beautiful project bag made by Becca, who owns the shop Floss Candy on Etsy. So I keep this project in here because I met Becca at the Milton Keynes retreat in October, and it kind of, I feel like it should go with the project I'm stitching with people that I met there as well. So it kind of all reminds me of new stitchy friends that I have made. Really tempted to get another one of these, maybe when she's going to make some in slightly bigger sizes. So this is good for a 9x9 Q-snap. So if she does any 11x11s or anything like that, I think I might treat myself to one of those. Okay, so that is number 2 of 6. What is this one? I'll leave that one till a bit later. Okay. So I've done a little bit on this one. So I've become a bit of a fan of Country Cottage and Little House Needleworks in the past year or so perhaps. And this is La Boutique by Country Cottage Needleworks. And it still is quite a way from being done, although it looks like I've done quite a lot. There's still a lot to go. So I think last time, I haven't worked on this for quite a while, so I can't remember exactly what I did after I filmed the last video, but I think this, I don't think this was here, all the flowers and greenery on the side of the shop. So I think that's probably what I did. Oh, actually, no, and I think I started this bit as well. So yeah, here, so there's some other bits to go in the shop window here, but here it uses, I think it's either Krennic or a Petite Treasure braid, gold to do the chandelier in, and the other little hints of gold in other parts of it. But yes, this is being stitched on, this is a 28, I think it's a 28 count, or was it 32? Don't know, it's an even weave, and it's like a sparkly yellow. And this is from Sparkly's, I think. Or is it? No, it's not. I think it's a Sew It All again that I bought at Ali Pali. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's from Sew It All. So, yeah, I'll show you what the finished thing should look like. So there you go. I'm nearly at the top, very top. As you can see, just above the, well, just in line with that top flower, I've got the roof to do. And I've got the other side of the shop that just goes here. So yeah, I like stitching this one, so I'll probably get this one out again soon. Yeah, and my needle minder is Mary Poppins from Needle Keep Emporium. Mine blank for a minute. And that is all being stitched with anchor thread. Yeah, all anchor. Okay, that's that one. Okay, so next one is the project that I have done the most on. I worked on this probably solidly for about 10 days. Just maybe an hour a time or whatever time I had free that particular day. But I really got into it and really enjoyed it. So continuing my slight obsession with Country Cottage and Little House Needleworks, I started this. So this is called Sailing. and I bought this pattern from Alexandra Palace last October from a seller called Trudian Designs. So it uses quite a few classic colour works. So you can see the trees here. The text here is like a grey, and pale blue, and the waves as well. Use that. It's not coming up very clear. It doesn't really autofocus, but yeah. So yeah, it uses a few of those, which is really nice. So I've changed the colour fabric. I didn't go for a neutral like this. I went for like a very sort of pale bluey green. So and this is as far as I have got. So I have used a classic colour works to do the trees and the grass. And I'll tell you what colour it is. It is... I'm not sure I've got the right one there. It is Desert Mesquite. Okay, so that's that one. Oh, the main part of the boat, not that you can really tell, but the main, is it this one? The main part of the boat is hickory sticks. So yeah, I don't think there's much, if any, variegation in that. I like using them because it's something different. Oh, and the border uses this one. This is KN. And the writing uses Rain Shower. So that's a really pretty colour. Rain Shower. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Just so you can see a bit more close up. So I love the little mermaids. I love the birds up here. I love the colours in the birds. That uses that Rain Shower as well. My needle minder is from Floss Candy that I actually bought at the retreat. So somehow, I don't know how I've done this, but I started in the middle. So I started here, which is about the middle somewhere, and I've not quite got the middle of the fabric. I've got enough space for it, but it's going to end up a bit lopsided, and more of it will be over here and a bigger gap this side. I don't know how I did that. Probably started in a rush and wasn't careful enough. This fabric is from Sparkly's, and it would have been one of the fabrics of the month. Don't belong to it anymore. I think I did a good 6 months worth though to build up, maybe even more, just to build up some fabric in my stash. Might sign up to it again one day. Okay, so I've got 2 things left. So I'll go with this one. Now, this is what I've just been working on tonight, and I can't really be bothered to take it off the Q-snap. So this is the Main Street series by Country Cottage Needleworks, and I've signed up to the Patchwork Rabbits auto ship. So one building gets sent to me each month. I'm sure those of you that belong in Facebook groups and things and just, you know, watch other people's videos will have seen this. All I've done so far is this building, and I decided to start a new building, if I'd finished the previous one, on the 1st of every other month. So I intended to start this one that's going to go here on the 1st of April, but I got a little bit sidetracked with another project and I started it on the 3rd instead, so a couple of days ago. Yeah, so all I've done to start the new one is continue the border here and continue the pavement just here. So when I've stopped filming this video, I'll probably get started somewhere on the bottom of the building. So the next one, I've left it over there, but the next one is the bookshop, and it will be yellow. A nice pale yellow. I'll go and get it so you can see it. Yeah. Okay, so it will be like that one. Yeah, so Main Street bookstore. Yeah, I quite like the colours in that one. Oh, just dropped my wallet with all of the colours in. Might get an up close shot. Oh, up close shot of my forehead again. Sorry. There we go. I feel quite tired today. I don't know if you can tell. Everything seems to be an effort. Oh, I've taken up running. So that might have something to do with it. Well, I've signed up to do a 5k race in June. With some people from work. For Macmillan Cancer. I did get into running a few years ago. When I did another race. I'm not very good at it. I'm unable to run for very long without getting out of breath. But I've downloaded an app called Couch to 5k. So the idea is that it gradually builds you up to be able to do longer runs each time. So I have just finished 2 weeks worth of it. So you're supposed to do, so there's week 1 and you're supposed to repeat that same run 3 times, and then you go on to week 2 and then you go on to week 3. So next time I go, I'll be starting week 3. So I think this one's going to be a bit of a struggle. The first ones I've coped with okay because there's slightly more walking. So you do a certain length of time running and then a certain length of time walking. And the walking has always been longer than running. So the first week was 60 seconds running, 90 seconds walking, 60 seconds, 90 seconds and so on. Week 2 was 90 seconds running, 2 minutes walking. Still more walking and running. But then I think week 3's one is, it balances a bit more. So equal running and walking, or yeah, something like that. So I think I might struggle a bit with that one. But we shall see. Yeah, I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight as well, so it's helping. I've lost about 6.5 pounds since the 1st of March. It's definitely going to slow down while I'm off work. You know, Easter eggs and meals out and stuff. But as long as I don't go overboard and I stay, and I don't put any on in this 2 weeks, and I stay the same, that'll be fine with me. And then I can get back into routine when I'm back at work. And it's slightly easier to distract yourself and not eat. So, yeah. What next? Okay. Sorry, went off on a bit of a waffle there. What have I done? Right, so I've done that one. So I want to try and keep organised as I go. Because otherwise it puts me off making future videos if I create too much of a mess. Right, that's that one. Okay, so last project I want to show you is my first Heaven and Earth design. So I bought this chart ages ago. I would say a year, maybe 2 years ago, and I've not really plucked up the courage to start it. I'd bought all the threads, I'd bought the fabric, I've just had it sitting there in my whip drawer, just never starting it. And one of the main reason I think that because I really like the picture or the design, and the one thing I thought that put me off is that, to put it bluntly, I don't think I'll ever finish it in my lifetime. You know, with the hours that I work and all the other projects that I wanted to do, I kind of thought, am I ever going to finish this? Sounds a bit morbid, but that's kind of what was going through my head. But anyway, this is what it is. So it's called Harmony, and it's a scene of a Japanese garden. And I love what it looks like from a distance, and then when you start looking at it close up, you see loads of little bits of detail that I didn't notice till the other day There's like a little, I don't think you'll be able to see this very well, but there's a little butterfly there. I love the koi in the pond. And there's just lots of like really lovely little bits of detail. So, yeah. Now, I started stitching this about a week ago. And it's 30 odd pages. I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just do print one at a time, I think, so it doesn't overwhelm me. And I started stitching it how it recommended. So two strands of thread over one on 25 count. Just to like give you a bit of a taste of what the chart is like. Well, this page particularly, don't know if you can see that. Confetti. Yeah, confetti nightmare. So I did it how it instructed me, and I did 400 stitches. I did 400 blocks. And this is what I'm just going to cover a little bit up because I'll explain what I've done in a minute. And this is what I got. Oh, you can see it anyway. Now, the more this little square here, I think had about 30 colours in it, and the back is awful. And by the time I was trying to fill in little ones here and there, I could barely get my needle through it. It was just so thick and difficult. I was at risk of breaking a needle, really, and, you know, puncturing my finger where I'm pushing the needle so hard to get it through. And I thought, I don't think I can really carry this on in this way. It's not going to be enjoyable if I'm trying to force the needle through, you know. And I thought, oh, I need to do something else here. So I put a message on the Heaven and Earth Facebook group, and I'm sure millions of people before me have asked this, but I just wanted people's opinions on how they did it. And then the idea of tent stitch came up, and I thought that is genius, because in theory it should take you half the time, because you're not doing full crosses, you're only doing half a cross in theory. So that kind of makes me feel loads better in the idea that I would finish it before I pop my clogs. And also, they wouldn't be so thick, and it would be easier to pass a needle through. So then my dilemma came, well, do I stick with 25 count like this is, or do I do 28 count, or what? Just, yeah. So there was lots of people who had different views. Lots of people suggested, well, try test stitching both, see what you prefer. A couple of people said 28 count will give you better coverage, but not much in it. So this was my test. It's not going to focus, but that's my test 100 that I did on 25 count. And I didn't actually finish doing 100 on just a scrap piece of 28 count, but I prefer the 28. Not that you can tell much difference in this video, I don't think, but I preferred the 28. So I ordered some 28 count easy count DMC fabric. I think that's what it was. From Lakeside Needlecraft yesterday. So I'm really, really hoping it comes tomorrow, because I'm eager to get going on this again. I get annoyed with myself if I like restart things, but with something this big, I think I'm not going to be able to carry it on. Also, it doesn't feel smooth. Yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't, don't know. Yeah, I just wasn't really happy with it, and I thought I need to change this so that I'm more enthusiastic about it. But yeah, so I'll probably just cut this bit of fabric off, get rid of it, and then just keep the other big bit of 25 count that I've got left for something else. So I have got Needle Emporium. This was from Amanda Panda Stitching. I forget if that's still your name, so apologies, Amanda, but thank you very much. And I've got my thread counter here that was from Floss Candy. So yeah, so I'm really hoping it comes tomorrow so I can make a start. Right, okay, so Oh, last thing, I've managed to go into half an hour, which I didn't think I'd do when I started this, so yeah, here we go. So I have bought, I don't know if you saw on my Main Street sampler that I've got a new, this is a new grime guard, and this one, nice purple sparkly fabric, both from Floss Candy. I'm developing a bit of an obsession. So this is an 11 by 11 and this is a 9 by 9. So they are lovely. And I also treated myself to a variety pack of fabric from Pole Stitches. So all I requested was something that's not too dark. So I've got this really, really lovely sparkly cloud like fabric. So really pleased with that one. And I've got a really nice lilac-y pink and white fabric. These are all, I think they're 32 count even weaves. And then this is probably the best one of the lot. So some blues, lilacs, whites, greens. Yeah. So don't know what I'm going to use those for yet, but I'm sure something will come up. But yeah, so I think that is it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed me showing you my whips and my minimal haul, but haul nonetheless. And I hope to be back hopefully a bit sooner than another month. Yeah, I'll try and make it a mission to film another one in 2 or 3 weeks, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them in the or underneath the video and I will reply. And yeah, so I'll see you all later, guys. Bye.